Hello again. We will continue on conspiracy. So, conspiracy, the act of one is the act of all. Article 8 of the Revised Penal Code provides for conspiracy and proposal to commit a felony. A conspiracy exists when two or more persons come to an agreement concerning commission of a felony and decide to commit it. While proposal is when the person who has decided to commit a felony proposes its execution to some other person or persons. Now, when you're part of the conspiracy, well, is it already punishable or not? A conspiracy or proposal alone is not punishable by law, except in certain crimes like treason, coup d'etat, rebellion, sedition. These are crimes under national security and law. National security, yes, because these crimes are serious, and if the member or members of the conspiracy group or the one who proposes rebellion or coup d'etat will not be prosecuted and penalized for their action if they will be successful, the existence of the state is at risk. So, conspiracy alone, or proposal alone to commit a felony is not punishable by law, except in cases of treason, coup d'etat, rebellion, sedition, robbery, illegal association, espionage, and proposal to commit treason, coup d'etat, rebellion, inducement not to answer summons, appear in or to be sworn in Congress. There will be punishable. There are like 7 crimes where conspiracy to commit is already punishable, whether or not the crime intended to commit or the crime to be committed is achieved or not. And these are, if in conspiracy, these are treason, coup d'etat, rebellion, sedition, highway robbery, illegal association, or espionage. The proposal to commit felony, the same as conspiracy, is not punishable except in treason, coup d'etat, rebellion, and inducement not to answer or to be sworn in Congress. These are serious offenses where if you will not be prosecuted, the existence of the state is at risk. Now, as you already have the idea of conspiracy is the act of one, is the act of all, or the act of all is the act of one, whether you participated in the actual commission of the crime or whether you were just a lockout or your participation is minimal, you will be prosecuted for the crime committed by the group. That's conspiracy. The act one is the act of all, the basic principle in conspiracy. But conspiracy alone is not punishable by law. What is punishable by law is for the independent act or crime committed, and if there is conspiracy, each member of the group of conspirators will be liable for the action of all or one or any of them. The same as in proposal. Proposal is not punishable by mere fact that someone proposes to its execution, except as was provided a while ago. Now, there is also a relevant provision in Republic Act 9165, where you may find it that a proposal to maintain a drug den is punishable by law. So the proposal must be, well, of course, serious. If you will just fooling around without any real intention of doing that, committing the crime, then you may not be held liable for that offense. Now, as I've said before, a conspirator is liable only for such other crimes which could be foreseen and which are the natural and logical consequences of the conspiracy, like A, B, and C come to an agreement to commit murder against a certain person. Now, the agreement is to only commit murder if the person, if A is part of the conspiracy before killing, well, let's say for assumption that B and C performed their part of the conspiracy, while A was to be the one who will commit the murder, the crime of murder. Now, if A will not only commit murder, but prior to killing the intended victim, he committed the crime of rape. Now, the agreement of the among the conspirators was to, was to commit murder or to kill someone or to kill the intended victim. Now, if the participation, or if B and C already performed their part in the execution, while A did before performing the act of killing the intended victim, committed the crime of rape. So the natural logical consequences of their action will be murder or homicide, as the case may be. Now, rape is not part of the agreement, so that the crime committed by B and C will only be murder or homicide, as the case may be, and the crime committed by A will be rape and murder or homicide, as the case may be. That's because in the principle that a conspirator is only liable for such other crime which could be foreseen or which are the natural and logical consequences of conspiracy, like in robbery, by use of force or intimidation. Now, the foreseen circumstance of robbery by use of force or intimidation is harm to the intended victim, so that each of the conspirator will be liable if any injury or death is caused while robbery is being committed. Now, you cannot, a co-conspirator cannot argue that the intended agreement, or the agreement was only to commit robbery. The foreseen or natural consequences of robbery by force, threat or intimidation will be harm or bodily injury to the victim, so that all of the persons in conspiracy or all of the persons who performing indispensable act in committing the crime will be liable for each and every natural consequences of the action of the group. And that's conspiracy. We will proceed with the other topics next time.